Hey everybody, welcome back to another Talking Point with Ryan Bresnan. Today we're going to be talking about something that is so powerful, so unique, so driven, so beautiful, and so impactful on the world that I would go crazy. I would be wrong. I don't know what I'd be doing if I didn't bring it up, because this is such a powerful technique that will change the world and has already changed the world and has impacted us. We don't even know it. So what is this powerful effect? What is this power? What does it mean? How can we use it? And how has it impacted me? Well, what I'll be talking about is what I call the ripple effect. So what is the ripple effect? Well, go ahead and picture a big body of water, like a small pond or a lake, whatever, and just imagine it's completely still. It's completely still. Maybe there's fish swimming under there. Maybe they're orange. Maybe they're white. Maybe the water's blue. Whatever you want to imagine, it's just completely still. It's serene, and that's how that lake is. That's how that environment is. There's things swimming underneath. There's things on the surface. There's leaves that are just sitting there. They're just doing their thing, right? They're doing what they've always done. Well, if I came up to the lake and I had a dropper, or let's say I'm looking over the lake and I'm sweating or I'm crying and a drop of water falls in, whether I drop it in or whether it comes off of me, what's going to happen? Well, the water's going to hit the surface, and the surface that was still, the surface that was stagnant, the surface that was complacent with the state that I was in, there's going to be a ripple, and the ripple is going to have an initial tap, and the water might jump back up, and you can visualize it. We've all seen this, right? Well, that ripple is going to travel. It's going to create little mini waves, kind of like when there's a ripple in the ocean. Yeah, sometimes we have a freaking huge tsunami that comes and wipes stuff out. But it all started as a little tremor from an earthquake, and then it created a wave and a ripple, and the ripple traveled, right? So it's on different scales. If I drop my water, that ripple is going to travel, and it's going to go far, but it's only going to go so far, and then it kind of dies out depending on how big the impact was, and then how big the ocean or lake or pond was in this example. So what that means to me is that we have the power through a drop of water. We have the power through an action, through a video that I make or that you make, through you achieving your goals or not, through you actually taking a step and going towards your goals or not. We all have a impact. We all have a dropper that we can choose to drop in the lake of what our world is, our community, our world, which is now closer than ever. We're more connected than ever due to technology and different innovations around the world. So I'd say our community, but our community is the world at this point, our state or country, whatever you want to say. We have the power to impact many through the power of the ripple effect. So like I said, if I put out my video and someone watches this, it's going to ripple and it's going to reach them. That's what happened to me. That is what got me into really changing my mind frame on what I thought about everything in life. And I'll go into more detail in another video and tell my whole story. But ultimately, I was here and I got reached by a multitude of books, videos, mentors, friends, parents, multitude of in a combination of beautiful instances, and it got me to here. Right? I would not have gotten from point A to point B if I was not reached by someone's ripple effect. Now, the beautiful thing is, let's go back to that example of the lake, of the pond. If we think about our community, our world, do you think that, people are lined up in a linear fashion? Or a lake is not a line, right? We're not lined up in a line. So I'd ask you, do you think people are lined up in a linear fashion, or do you think someone's belief is here, someone's belief is here, someone's goals are here, someone's wants are here, someone's dreams are here, someone's dislikes are here? It's a very extremely variable and enigmatic, just very complex situation that's going on with everybody's wants and dreams and dislikes and here and belief system. It's a whole universe within itself. So without getting too in the weeds, let's say, okay, same thing, like the level of the surface of the water is literally just the surface. There's a whole ecosystem down below. Well, if you have a strong enough ripple effect that not only creates a ripple on the surface, but creates some disturbance, for lack of a better word, below, some shaking up, some change, some variety, you're going to impact multiple areas of the world, of the community, people's beliefs, dreams, wants, dislikes, goals, fears. satisfaction, wants in life. So my point here is if we have the power to create a ripple, we not only affect ourselves by creating the ripple, which is the best thing we can do, is start with ourselves, but we also impact and affect the environment, not just the surface level. We don't just impact one person. It's not a line and it hits one person and it stops. It goes through and it gets people and it gets to their belief system. It will change their belief system. It will change their wants, their needs, their desires. We have the power to impact the world at so many different ways, especially now to a degree that we've never had via technology. But we've always had power to have a ripple effect, whether it's you told a story to someone and they told that story to someone else, or you helped someone and they told someone else how you helped them and it helped someone else. That ripple effect will impact so many people, so many more people than you could ever imagine, so many more molecules and fish and dirt and whatever in that lake than we can imagine, just by the initial impact that we create in our environment. And that's truly the beauty of it. Is I've heard, thankfully, a few times, I'm very blessed to have heard this, that through the videos I've made, or through personal training, or through something that I've done that I've been graced to do, had the opportunity to do, and the privilege to do, to help others. I've been told, like, hey, my cousin listens to this. Hey, my friend, hey, guess what? You helped me, and then I helped this person. I changed this person's life. And even as a personal trainer, you hear a lot, man, I was here, I was depressed, I was, XYZ, and then now they're like, I'm here. And that's just, that's emotional when they tell you that, because that's what matters in life. That's what life is really about. And it's just, when you hear that kind of stuff, man, you realize the power of your own ripple effect. But then you also realize when they tell you your cousin or their cousin got helped by what you did, and you don't even know who the heck their cousin is, you've never heard of them, seen them, learned about them, and you know that you now know you've impacted their life in a positive way. That's the other power of the ripple effect, is that you reach people that would never be reachable if you were just in your head or not doing what you love to be doing, and truly showed up and truly gave passionately and truly lived and was a force for good. You would not be impacting the people that you didn't even know you were impacting. That's the beauty of the ripple effect, is that I was impacted by people on YouTube, mentors, books that they don't even know who the hell I am. They will eventually, hopefully in a good way, right? And it's like, they don't even know, but they've impacted millions of people's lives through what they've done through the ripple effect. Whether a friend told me to read their book or watch their video, or I found them, or I know them in person, it does not matter. What we do, the impact we give, the passion that we live, the joy that we share, will impact so many more people than what we think it will. If I give my friend a hug, I tell him I love him, or I give my girlfriend a hug, tell her I love her, and I make them feel special, unique, joyful, graceful, and that I'm gracious for them, and that they're connected, and I value them, they are going to carry on with a positive attitude. Well, then they go to the bank, and instead of telling their bank teller, oh yeah, have a nice day, or yeah, how are you? They go, man, how are you? Do you like your job? And tell me about your job. Oh, nice tie, whatever it is. Or, it can be something as little as that. I love using those little examples, because when you just show up in a way that you don't usually show up, or that people don't usually show up to, meaning you go to a Walmart and you're actually talking to the cashier instead of just, hey, how's it going? Pay, thanks, have a good one, leave. How are you going to be unique? How are you going to carry on that positive energy and talk good to them? And then the next person that comes on after you, they're like, hey, what's up, man? I like your shirt. Oh, yeah, I like Batman, too. Like, oh, man, how's your day? Tell me something good about your day. And then that person's day is improved. And then they improve someone else's day. So it's a chain reaction. It's really, you can use whatever metaphor you want. You can say a ripple effect. You can say it's a chain reaction, exponential growth. You can say it's cogs turning the machine. One cog turns another cog that turns another. It's all the same thing. It's all the beauty of life, that no matter what we do, good or bad, we have an exponential growth curve from that decision. So if I choose to make my ripple a positive ripple, I'm going to be affecting and impacting someone in a positive way, whether I know them directly or whether I never know they exist. But I do know that we have the power to impact someone's life directly, and it's beautiful that we are able to do that. And what is almost even sad is that a lot of people don't know the impact at which they can have because they don't necessarily see it or hear it, but there is always a chain reaction. There is always a ripple effect going farther than you know, and also we're constantly being affected by a ripple effect. We're being impacted, we're being changed, we're being molded by a ripple effect. So we need to pay attention at which ripple effect we're letting into our lives, and also paying attention at which ripple effect we are impacting and implementing in the world. What kind of drops are you putting in the lake? What kind of cogs are you turning? How are you turning your cog? Those are questions that we all need to answer. I think answering them more frequently will impact the world in a better way. And that's why you're watching this video. I know it. So I'll talk to you next time. Peace out. Hope you liked it. See ya.